Wet dreams, nightfall, good or bad, and how to stop them? By Anonymous.
Are you worried about wet dreams and think that they can ruin your no-fap progress? Do you consider them as a relapse? Are they good or bad? And are they normal? These are the most common questions I keep hearing from guys who encounter with wet dreams. And to be honest, there isn't much information available on the internet about this topic. So I decided why not help people by putting together a comprehensive guide on no-fap wet dreams. And I did. I'll try my best to cover almost every aspect of no-fap wet dreams and will answer every query about it. And at the end of the post, I'll share with you guys some practical ways to deal with wet dreams and how to naturally reduce them. So do stick till the end. Now let's dive right in. What is a wet dream? In the simplest terms, a wet dream is when someone subconsciously ejaculates in their sleep. It is a natural process of a human body that throws out excessive semen from time to time. Wet dreams are also known as nocturnal emission. It's basically a spontaneous orgasm that happens during your sleep. Why do wet dreams happen during no-fap? Nocturnal emission, aka wet dreams, usually happens when someone is sexually inactive. In other words, someone who is not ejaculating frequently. Now as you do no-fap, you're instructed to abstain from porn, masturbation, ejaculation, and orgasm for at least about 90 days. Because giving your brain a break from all sorts of sexual activities for a certain amount of time heals it from damage caused by porn. That's why you become sexually inactive or less active during no-fap, which I think is completely fine. Now when that happens, a lot of semen gets stored inside your epididymis. And after a certain amount of time, it gets full. That's when your body needs to throw out that excessive semen from your epididymis to maintain the reproductive system. And as I said, it happens through the process of nocturnal emission, aka wet dreams. Are wet dreams normal? Yes, wet dreams are absolutely normal. They are a natural process of a human body that happens with both men and women. So there is nothing abnormal about them. And it's completely fine to have them. They usually happen when you are sexually inactive. Wet dreams are necessary to remove some of the excess semen from your body. You shouldn't feel embarrassed about them. They are a normal part of adult life. So stop worrying about wet dreams and just let them happen. They will go away from your life as you progress through no-fap. Does a wet dream count as a relapse? No, a wet dream is not considered as a relapse because it's a natural process of a human body and it's something you can't control. A relapse is when someone intentionally or consciously watch porn, masturbate, and then do orgasm. That's when the real damage happens. But when you look at a wet dream, everything is happening subconsciously. You don't know when and how it happens. It's completely involuntary. So wet dreams are completely out of your hand, unlike PMO. And most importantly, there is no porn involved in wet dreams. Because porn itself is the most destructive element of PMO. Masturbation and orgasm can be natural in some scenarios. But the moment you add porn, it becomes the most harmful thing for your brain. Since there is no porn involved and everything happens subconsciously during a wet dream, it is not considered or count as a relapse. So stop resetting your no-fap tracker after you had a wet dream. Just let it happen, it's as normal. A wet dream is a sign of recovery. A lot of people take wet dreams in the wrong way. They think that it's a relapse and now they have to start over. But the reality is completely different. First of all, it's not relapse and it's completely normal. In fact, a wet dream is a sign of recovery. It's a sign that you are perfectly abstaining from all sorts of sexual stimulations and now your brain has started to heal itself. So I personally think that whenever someone goes through a wet dream, it's a sign that their brain is healing itself and recovery has started. What if you don't have wet dreams? A lot of guys don't have wet dreams even during their no-fap strikes. And to be honest, there is nothing wrong with it. Some guys just don't have it. I accept that a wet dream is a sign of recovery, but sometimes not having it is completely okay. They're not good or bad, so it doesn't matter if you have them or not. You're going to recovery even if you don't have wet dreams. So just accept it and move further. How often do you have wet dreams? This is probably the most difficult question to answer. I can't simply give you guys an exact number because predicting wet dreams is almost impossible. The frequency of wet dreams is extremely strange. But from my own experience and reading a lot of forums, wet dreams occur after 2 to 3 weeks of sexual abstinence. For some guys, it can be even after 40 to 60 days. Talking about the frequency, A wet dream may occur twice or thrice a week for about 60 days. Again, these are the rough numbers concluded from my own experience and research. You may have a different frequency. How to deal with wet dreams during no-fap. Although wet dreams are natural and can't be stopped, there are certain things you can do to naturally reduce them. And you can use that overflowing energy for a better purpose. So how do you do that? Read the tips given below to find out. 1. Stop worrying about it. Worrying about a wet dream is probably the worst thing you can do about it. Not only it will waste your time, but it also increases the chances of relapsing. And to be honest, there is no logical reason to worry about wet dreams. First, it's completely natural. It's one of the necessary life processes of a human body. Second, a wet dream is not a relapse. It happens subconsciously and there is hardly anything you can do about it. And most importantly, there is no porn involved in wet dreams. That itself makes it much safer. So just stop worrying about wet dreams and move forward in life. It happens with everyone and it's normal. 2. Practice some sort of meditation before you sleep. Meditation is one of the best activities you can do during your no-fap journey. It helps you realign your focus and improve your self-control. It also helps you clear your mind from all sorts of sexual thoughts. Practicing meditation just before you sleep will surely help you avoid a wet dream. Because meditation makes you subconsciously strong and clear. So make sure you assign some time for meditation. 10 to 20 minutes will do fine. It will make your body, mind, and soul work in harmony. 3. Avoid sleeping on your stomach. Lying on your stomach while sleeping increases the potential of a wet dream. Because you tend to put a lot of pressure on your penis, which may cause an orgasm. It's also not a healthy habit because it places a strain on your back and spine, which can generate pain in other parts of the body. So try to sleep on your back or side to prevent wet dreams. You can use pillows or an extra blanket to help you avoid rolling back onto your stomach. Wrapping it up. Just going to wrap everything up in a few points. 1. Wet dreams are normal. 2. Wet dreams don't ruin your no-fap progress. 3. A wet dream is not a relapse. 4. Don't worry about them. 5. And just let them happen.